Scene one, Apple, take one.
What time is it?
You want to get high?
That's right.
She caught me smoking. 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 It's a motherfucking podcast.
I was too busy sharing it. I forgot to put us up on there. What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Oops Coffee Smoking, and we have a guest, like always. As usual, we do have a guest on, and his name is Barry Grant Jr. from, let's pull up some stuff here, from the All Even podcast.
Yes, sir.
We just got that one there. Here we are. Yeah, and we also had you on Bet That not too long ago.
Yeah, you had me on Bet That. Jerry on, you guys were there, and we had a good time, man.
Yeah, it was good time. It's good time trying to talk some sports, but a lot has happened since the last time we've talked. So we're probably gonna be catching up here in a little bit. Yeah. But just to break the ice a little bit, I do have a clip from Bet That, and let's take a look.
Keep Russ away from my Lakers. Away.
Hey.
That's a good one. Look, man, I'll tell you a quick story, Dan. I had it on, I think it was my podcast last week. It's either last week, Saturday or Tuesday. So I said that I'm a bit of a jinx because I came on your show on here, talk to you and Jerry. I said it on my show. There's a YouTube video that I made days before this happened. The video was pretty much null and void now, but you people can go check it out just to get a laugh, where I said that I don't want him anywhere near my team. Yes. And now he's here, and I was so upset. But when it happened, I was like, you know what? All right, cool. Let me see the other moves that they make to see if it makes sense. Because if they can't get the shooting that they need to surround Russ, this is going to be a big problem.
Right.
Well, free agency happened. They got a lot of shooting.
Yes, they did.
So, and they got younger in some situations. So I like what Rob did in regards to free agency. So not going to lie to you, Dan, I'm not that mad anymore.
It's like when I first saw the trade was going to happen, I was like, dang it. We have no shooters. And
right.
We have 5 people on our roster. 3 of them can't shoot.
Right.
So I'm like, man. So I'm just like, this is not going to go well. And then I started talking to Jerry and my co-host for Bet That, for people who don't know out there watching. But I was talking to him about it, and he's like, I don't think it's that bad. He goes, I like it. He's like, we just have to get shooters now.
Right.
And lo and behold, that's exactly what they got.
Right.
And if this team happened, let's say 5 years ago, wow.
I mean, not even 5 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. You know what I mean?
Right.
10 years ago, you're looking at it like, oh man, this team is one of the best teams. And listen, I still think personally they're the best team in the Western Conference.
Mm-hmm. Hands down.
Right now. Like, if you want to have a conversation or debate about if they're the best team in the NBA, then okay, we can be able to kind of like go back and forth with that. I still think the Nets slightly better in regards to like on paper when you look at them, but basketball and sports are not played on paper. It's about chemistry. It's about how much you can be able to gel. It's about how those guys embrace their roles and accept their roles and how they play and if they can be able to stay healthy through the season. We saw what happened with the Nets last season. Health was a concern for them. Yep. Are they going to be healthy next season to be the quote unquote favorites in the NBA? It's up for debate. So if you had to put a gun to my head, then Lakers are the favorites to win the title next season. That's just my opinion.
You would have to think so with all the veterans they have, and all the talent they have surrounding LeBron James and Anthony Davis. But health is going to be a major concern throughout the entire season. So as long as they can stay healthy, I don't see anybody beating them. Like Jerry said on this past week, Lakers in 6. It doesn't matter who. So
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So But yeah, before we get into some more sports, because we had a lot of free agency happen in the NBA, and we also had some stuff happen in the NFL. It's one to all those people out there that just started like podcasting. How did you get into podcasting?
Well, I went to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. I live out here in New York, and I live on the island, so they had a campus in Westbury, Long Island. So went there. I was trying to go there for like 8 years, and certain things, starts and stops happen. Certain things in your life happen where you gotta put things to the back burner. So that's what happened with the school. So finally ended up getting to go there. It was a great experience. You got trained by industry professionals, people that are actually in the business. And it was a great time. It was definitely a great time for me to experience that and learn how to do this, in a condensed time frame, because it's not like 2 years school or whatever it is. Like, you're learning a lot of information in a span of some months, but it was really, really helpful. So I graduated in October of 19, and had everything pretty much kind of in place. Like, okay, we got placement in regards to certain jobs and got to put out your resume and all that stuff, and they'll help you. And then COVID hit, and then school closed and never reopened. So all of my resources were just gone, just like that.
Oh, wow.
So, like, nothing, like I had nothing. I had this certificate from this accredited school and nothing. So I said to myself, I'm like, all right, well, I can either sit here and cry and mope around and start making excuses for myself, or I can get to work. So me and my boy, we came up with a name, and July 13th, 2020, I did my first episode. It's out there. You can definitely go check it out. It's horrible, but I learned so much, man. Because it wasn't the fact that I didn't know what I was talking about. It's just about doing it. And once you get comfortable doing it, you get into your own rhythm. You understand how you want to sound and how you want to structure your show, and all different nuances of podcasting. So if there's any advice I can give anybody out there that's listening, it's, if you want to do the podcast, just do it. Like, don't try to like research too much. Research as you go. Like, learn and experiment as you go, but don't hold it off just because you're scared, or you scared of what people are gonna say. If you're scared about what people are gonna say, don't do a podcast. Seriously.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Like when I first started out in podcasting, it was pretty much I say whatever I want when I want, and that was bad.
Yeah,
it was a no. I pissed a lot of people off. A lot of people that were friends with me on Facebook are not anymore because of that podcast. But yeah, you have to learn it. You just pretty much learn as you go.
I mean, you gotta experience some stuff, man. Like, you have to see what works and what doesn't. It's all about getting thrown into the deep end of the pool. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's all about, man.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, my first episode is just and just to think, like, back then, like, I was like, this is good. This is good.
And then you look back, everybody, hey, check this out. And everybody's like, oh, okay, it's they don't want to hurt your feelings. All right, great, man.
Yeah, but you put your heart and soul into it, so you're just like, hey, look at this. This is cool. And you're like, nah, it's not really that cool. Now it's starting to get cool.
One thing that I had, though, I had people in my corner that were honest with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like they would yes you to death or good job, but they would say, okay, all right, we know that you know your stuff, but this got to improve. This has to get better. This has to get better. Like, your breaks are too long. So I was like, okay, so it's all about constructive criticism. I got a lot of that, and I welcome it even now. I'm a year and plus in, but you should always be open to constructive criticism. You know what I mean? Like, you're never going to be the greatest. Like, even the greatest get coaching and get advice. So you should always be open to that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So, our journey into podcasting, it's pretty much, it's learn as you go. Like, I'm still learning. I will be learning probably for the next 15 years if I choose to do so.
You never stop learning, man. Like every time you turn on or you go on, man, like you're always going to be learning something. So the work never stops.
Right, exactly. But why did you choose sports?
For as long as I can remember, that's all that ever kind of stuck in my head. I grew up a Laker fan. Like I said, I was born and raised in New York. Born in Brooklyn, grew up in Queens, and my mom was a big time Laker fan, like a huge Laker fan. And the reason behind her Laker fandom is the fact that, but back in those days in the late 70s, 80s, you had the Lakers, you had the Celtics. Celtics kind of didn't look like her. Lakers did. And that's what a lot of people really kind of like, kind of pick sides during that time because she was on that side because she kind of was more she can see herself there, you know what I mean? So I grew up a Laker fan. I grew up a Magic Johnson fan. I knew Byron Scott before people my age knew who the hell Byron Scott was. So it was just all about the Lakers all the time. And sports just stuck, man. Like I can't tell you how much I struggled in math in school, but I can tell you what the score was in 1986 in regards to the Mets and the Red Sox. So there's certain things that just sticks, and sports was it for me.
What was the score?
What was it? Was it 2-1 or something like that? Like
2-1. People out there watching, Google it. See if he's right.
but like I said, man, it's all about like I've always loved sports. Always loved sports. Like I would always be the guy to like talk sports to my friends, and if they needed information or certain things to check, they'd come to me. You know what I mean? So that was always my life, and I played basketball my whole life. I grew up because I grew up in Queens, played basketball, loved baseball. Baseball is actually my favorite sport. It's not basketball.
Wow.
Never played baseball, but I loved it. And so I just always loved sports, always wanted to be around it, and finally went to school for it, and here I am.
Yeah. So speaking of baseball, like what do you think of the Cubs offloading all their stars? Like Chris Bryant to the Giants?
Yeah, I actually don't hate it, because if you guys, if anybody's watching or listening, when whatchamacallit got there, what's his name? Oh my goodness, the executive for the Cubs. He had left. I can't remember. Young guy. He was with the Red Sox. They won a World Series with he won a World Series with the Red Sox.
Bean? Billy Bean?
Epstein.
Okay.
Theo Epstein, right. So Theo went to the Cubs, and the first thing that Theo did when he got there was he got rid of everybody. He got rid of all the talent that they had there, Derek Lee, all of these guys, and got the young talent back. That's when they got all those, the Javi Baez, they got the Anthony Rizzos, you got all these guys. They traded for Jason Hayward. They did all of these things, won a World Series because they replenished the farm system. They're doing that again.
Right.
So, they're looking at it like, okay, we're not that good anymore. We need some help. We need to replenish this farm system. Let's push the reset button here. We got our World Series. We can be able to go back into rebuild mode for the next 10 years or so, and our fans will be fine because we have this World Series. You know what I mean? So that's how they looked at it. It's that, the end of an era. They got the World Series. They did what they had to do, and now it's time to kind of like, refill the cabinet.
Yeah, but it was a shocker to me. Like Rizzo to the Yankees and Chris Bryant to the Giants, and they both hit home runs.
Well, yeah,
on their first day. So
I think Rizzo hit his hit home runs in his first 3 games or something like that. So the Yankees are red hot right now. So he's going from a team that's not making the playoffs to a team that's possibly going to the playoffs. So good for him, man. Good for the Yankees to actually not sell at the deadline. They actually bought big. They were lacking left-handed bats, and they got 2 power bats. So they still need some pitching, but they kind of addressed their offensive woes in regards to those 2 guys.
Right. Yeah. Do you see the Yankees making the World Series?
It's too far out, man. Honestly, like I gotta see. First off, if the Yankees do make the wild card game, my concern with them is that who's pitching, because Garrett Cole doesn't look that confident right now. They need to rely on somebody, and it's one game, so who's gonna be that guy. So we'll see. I think if I'm gonna pick a World Series favorite in the American League, I still like Boston. I think Boston has enough to get there. Will they get there? I'm not sure, but that's my pick right now.
Right. What about the National League? Because my Dodgers are over there just loaded up too. It took
the Dodgers are the villain. I like the Dodgers. Respect to the Dodgers. They're doing exactly what they need to do. They won the World Series last year, and they're putting their foot on the pedal. They're not easing up. They want to make sure that they win another championship, because Dodgers have been good for the last 5 years, and they should have probably had maybe 2 World Series in that time frame. So the fact that they want to kind of catch up right now. So I think the Giants are good. It's a great story. They have a lot of old guys, a lot of vets mixed with some young guys, and they're just that's a team right there that has chemistry. The Giants. They're not uber talented. They're not super talented. They're just a team that knows how to play with each other. They know exactly what their roles are, and they're getting timely hitting and good pitching. So, can that last? Maybe, but I still have the Dodgers as the best team in the National League.
Beautiful. Dodgers, yes. I want to see Dodgers Yankees in the World Series.
That's not gonna happen.
That's my thing.
That'll be big time for ratings, but it ain't gonna happen. I'm a miserable Mets fan over here, so it's rough. It's rough on the side.
Right. We do have the Westbrook clip too, so we just might get the Dodgers and Yankees now.
Right, exactly. I'm a bit of a jinx, so maybe you just might get Dodgers Yankees just because I just said it.
That's right. Well, yeah, I do want to thank you for coming on. If you want to do us a couple of shout outs right now, you're more than welcome to hang out while we have our musical guests waiting backstage. But if you want to do some shout outs real quick, go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. A shout out to, my homie. Shout out to Mike Guido. Shout out to the All Even podcast supporters, The Wave. You guys can catch me on Instagram, Twitter. Catch me on YouTube. Check out my stuff. I got some good content on there. So appreciate you having me on, my man.
Not a problem. And everyone, hang tight because we have some music coming up. We have a track called Carfax from Jonny Domingo. Let's see if I can get his picture up there. There he is. For Jonny Domingo coming up right now. So here you go.
Rap money. Shit, I ain't never seen that money. Me either. Don't make me pull your Carfax. I don't wanna rap, I just wanna trap. But bros, I need to chill, I need to fall back. But I've been in the field doing all that. Half these rappers pussy, I pull their Carfax. I don't wanna rap, I just wanna trap. But bros, I need to chill, I need to fall back. But I've been in the field doing all that. Half these rappers pussy, I pull their Carfax. Lay it back, feeling bitch, I'm full with my niggas. I'ma whip it, turn it 1 to 2 ass nigga. I'ma run through your bag like I'm through my nigga. You can sneak this, I catch you, you a blue little nigga. When I saw him, I got on him. Cooked him like bologna, thought my name was Tony. How I'm aiming with this macaroni. Thought that shit was funny, niggas getting money, back then it was bummy. Fucking on this bitch, now she claiming that she got a stomach. And she only think she pregnant cause she only wants some money. 9 months later, then I got her calling this from work. And he asked me what I got, just told him fucking me so horny. I never listen to these niggas, all they music boring. When I'm fucking on my like old eagle, leave that pussy soaring. Now she gang with me, she left her old nigga cause he was born. Now she ride with me, she ride real slow, my dick be torn. So I flipped her over, pulled out slow, banging Mac Jones. Then I beat her back, man, I blanked out, just like she old. Pussy on ooh-wee, just like that, she tighten up fold. Pat's big, harass the connect, finna cash in, mad jeans, gas on deck. Nigga tap in, blow like George Junk, Ace Boogie, nigga that shit. Something about the way that money talks, I'm attracted. Same old song, victim mode when the track hits, scat it back in, hit me up, we in traffic. About to leave from this wax pen to a bad bitch. Yo, let's be exact, your baby mama, nigga that bitch. Allow me to explain, I'm savage, nigga that's it. Y'all niggas all has been, but that's past tense. Talk cash, if you ain't talking that, you need to fall back. All stats, learned it from my brother, that was all trap.
struggle, you can't solve that. Pulled out on your bitch and tried to fuck her, she with all that. John with this trip, you causing puddles, I applaud that. Talking big, catching lower cases, beat you all caps.
I don't hang with rappers, with my fees you probably off crack. Say your ass a dream and throw my phone out when you call back. They cannot do it like me. I'm behind the scenes when I'm behind the scenes. Mama called me cooking dope and told me that it's time to leave. I used to post up at your spot and try to steal all your things. I'm from a place where you ain't never been. I've done some things that I won't do again. They just wanna be important, I just wanna see your fortune. I be trapping, I be scamming, I might even kick your door in. Now they got bread up on me. They say they got war with me. Before they say they got me, I go and shoot they mommy. In a pickle with this Tommy, now you're in too deep. Known to take it too far, ammo that's going through cars. I don't know who you are, but now your soul belong to me. Hopping out of new cars with a chopper that shoots stars. When I let this bitch rain, it sound like thundering. Westside original, I don't do subliminal. Put my name up in the track and I'ma come and get with you. Y'all do just like bitches do. I like to get physical. Pull up with the chopper now, watch me rip your man in two. This fight here deeper than music. Don't pull that bitch if you ain't finna use it. Left the scene, it was a shooting. My life is like a movie, got me feeling like Omar and Juice.
Got me feeling like Omar and Juice. What is going on, bro? How's it going?
How you doing, bro?
How you been, bro?
Pretty good, man. Staying busy, man.
Awesome. Go ahead and take a couple minutes and introduce yourself to the people out there.
All right, man. I'm on the second off player, Jonny Domingo on social media. I'm also the man behind Las Vegas Advertising Company. On a couple other little entrepreneurs. Got another show, 5 Minute Player, interviewing entrepreneurs. Just try to stay busy, man.
That's right. And how long have you been in the music game, bud?
I've been in music my whole life. I only left one time. About 8 months ago, I went to Dallas. Only place I've ever been.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, it was fun. I was supposed to be there for 3 days. I stayed for 3 weeks.
Yeah. What you smoking on over there, bro?
Just a little bullshit. Last blunt. I told my dog I had some. I forgot today was. I don't know what time or days are, man. Shit. Got the message earlier, so I'm like, oh shit. I need to start some reminders.
Right, exactly.
I follow the weed time, man. It takes me where I need to go.
Exactly. So, tell these people a little bit about your music and like what you got going on.
With the music, man, I kind of just do it for the music. I really got a love for it, like my whole family and this shit. My cousin seen the band pop, you know. You go to his garage right now, his whole garage full of guitars and amps. So it's kind of more the love for this shit. I really don't like performing, honestly, too much. I really like making it. And so, like, the network and the behind-the-scenes part, like I said in that song, I'm behind the scenes when I'm behind the scenes. I really do like that part about it. Even if I don't get no credit. I don't give a fuck about no credit. I ain't trying to be rich off that shit because I really love the music. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. And it honestly opens so many different doors for me. You know, if you're a real hustler and know how to make money, you can get rich off rapping or music and not having to do with the music. You know what I'm saying? It's just about the people you meeting, wanting to be around you, or even maybe interested in you. And you supposed to take it from there. That's what you want to do with it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So it's all about, like, how do you get people like to listen? Like, how do you find an audience for people out there struggling to find their audience? How did you do it? Man,
honestly, a lot of supporters, man. You know, that's the thing. You know, you got to get the city or your neighborhood locked down first, and that's really what I be loving, man. When I hear my friends pull up and they know a bar, and actually one of my little brothers, man, Free Rico, man, he's like pretty much one of the biggest supporters of music for me. Cause like he was one of the only people that would get my music. I share a lot of my shit to the inbox. Like I don't even have no streaming shit. I do have a couple videos and stuff out there, but like the real shit that I love and that I made for us, I don't even put it out there. I just hit it right to the inbox, and bro would take it and, hey bro, listen to my bro. I pull up and he loved the you know, being out there and stuff like that. So it's kind of like we played off each other with it. He didn't do no music, you know what I'm saying? So he was just popular from being popular, you know what I'm saying? Just a dude, but he rocked with me all the way. But it kind of helped to push. And I actually, when I moved to Lansing, I went down there to go to school for this shit. And I met a dude named Chauncey, and they was on the same drive at the time. That's when I was trying to get a little more of an audience. And so then it was back in the CD days, though, you know what I'm saying? So me and my homeboy Moses, we'll take 500 CDs, print them up, and we'll go hit East Lansing and just, you know, either try to sell them or pass them out or whatever. And I used to actually take flyers of myself and like with the links to my MySpace and shit. And I print out 2,000 of them bitches and I just pass them around all night. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, man, I was more known in Lansing for a minute on the music, you know, Saginaw from being Saginaw Flair, but that's you know, my nickname around here was Flair already. And so when you out of town or in jail, a lot of people call you Sag or, you know, something like that. So I kind of just smushed that together. But it really did help me going out. So like, it's a distinctive name. And that's really one of the things when you want to become an artist, and the same thing with the marketing. That's why I do marketing now. You got to think about who has that name, what's going to pop up. I mean, you take that all in the factory. You type my name right now, Saginaw Flair, ain't nobody else going to pop up with me. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the smartest things to do when you're doing like any type of exposure is who got this. And then if it's something different, people are going to automatically want to see what's going on and see. I mentioned my city, and so sometimes people are hating. And that's one big thing is like, I don't give a fuck shit. I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one part I like is when motherfuckers doubt me because that gives me my drive. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, I got like 2,000 extra views off of motherfuckers off shit before. And everybody else is probably like, damn, you know what I'm saying? They'll probably want to go hang themselves. I'm excited. I'm like, bro, they roasting me. You know what I'm saying? I loved it because it was actually kids from like Arthur Hill, like the street where I shot the one video. And so they're like, oh, this, that. You know what I'm saying? I loved it. I'm back. I'm trolling back on Facebook because if you see me on Facebook, bro, I'm a real troll, man. I love something. I ain't gonna lie. Like, fuck, I don't really like mixing the two too much, but you know, I was mixing any of them. Like, I met a girl. She says, "You looking like you are on Facebook." I'm like, "No, duh, bitch." You know what I'm saying? It's it's social media. You know what I'm saying? And so you think about that. It's like, man, have some fun, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I fight in real life. I ain't hiding behind no keyboard type shit. And that's, I think, why I'm more ballsy with it. Because I make it funny. You know what I'm saying? Where it's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you get on Facebook. You go on Instagram, you go on any shit to be entertained. Otherwise, you don't give a fuck about nobody else doing. You don't want to see how great somebody else is doing, honestly. You want to see somebody who's, like, talking shit like, damn, my dog just died. You like, damn. You know what I'm saying? You want to relate to some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. Now, you said you're into marketing now, and to all those people out here that fellow podcasters like myself that need to market themselves, what kind of tips would you give?
I said, number one, I tell anybody is be authentic, man. It's like, talk about something you love. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's always going to be somebody around the world that likes the same shit. You know, there's so many people in the world. And so you got to stop thinking about what's going to be cool. What are they going to listen to? Like, no. Like, you think it's fucking cool as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you think is cool, you talk about that, somebody going to, like, bro, I like that shit too. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you get your, you know, your audience from. And pick up from there, you know, you're a little more characteristic. Two, number is your name. You know what I'm saying? Now, I go with the name first. You know what I'm saying? Just because I already kind of know what I'm doing if I do this, but I love it. But a good name and that nobody else has, that nobody can find. And for marketing to reach it out, I mean, honestly, you can spam a little bit, but you know, get annoyed unless, like, I would like it. When I get spammed, I don't mind because I like the media shit. But somebody don't like it. They're like, I'm tired of hearing your shit. I don't know what to show. You know what I'm saying? So that's when you just kind of got reach out to your people at first. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have somebody from high school back in the day that they want to keep in touch, but they don't really, you know, got no way. Hey, man, check my show, bro. Support me. You know, them motherfuckers gonna be the ones that watch this shit. For real. And now they sharing it to their buddy who actually loves what you're talking about. Hey, man, I went to high school with him. And that word of mouth really does help, man. And then getting in them groups. But, like, there's so many groups on like Facebook, Instagram, and when you get attached to them, and they'll just start off trying to be like a vulture, man. Like,
right.
But it's real life shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yeah, you know, I got a car too, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I put some new seats in my shit yesterday, you know, just commenting back, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing I'm horrible at. But it's like, I'm so good at the marketing, I think, is that it starts blowing up for me. And that's where I'm having trouble dealing with is too many people fucking with me. So I'm like, fuck, how do I answer everybody? You know what I'm saying? That's the keep up problem with me that I probably need to work on. But for the attention wise, it's just being genuine, man, and reaching out. You gotta reach out. I mean, that's how we talking right now. We reach out, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This man, like, shit, work together. Shit, I'm out to eat. Julie's like, oh, man, he got the podcast. I'm like, oh, shit, dope. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Now we're here.
Yep, exactly.
Like, real shit, long way from fucking Applebee's, man. I don't know if we can say that or not, but fuck Applebee's again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what's up?
Was you there when I said that shit?
No, I was gone, I think, by then. But yeah, anyways, everybody with your 9 to 5, you know, entrepreneurs out there, that's why we do this, is just trying to stop punching the clocks and try to make money off of ourselves and market ourselves this way. And to get the word of mouth, and just like you said, reaching out to people and just talking, getting conversations going. And it's pretty much word of mouth, and that's all you really can do. Try to stay positive. Don't give any negative feedback. If you don't like it, just don't comment. So move on.
All right.
But anyways,
man.
Yep, exactly. But anyways, dude, if you want to take a few minutes, shout out whoever you want to shout out and let these people know where to find you.
You can Google Saginaw Flair and a million shit will pop up. But if you need help with marketing, you can get on Facebook or Instagram, Las Vegas Advertising Company. I got a YouTube channel, Las Vegas Advertising Company TV. Them are the two ones I'm really trying to get popular right now. But the thing is, I'd rather help somebody on the strength that's just starting out than somebody's already established. Because it's more that drive up. That's what I love. I love that spirit, man. And so to be that, that's like, honestly, that's worth more. That's what people pay for. You know what I'm saying? They pay to go learn how to golf, and they pay to learn. You know what I'm saying? So if you can help somebody else get paid, and your name attached to it, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up. So anybody want to help with their music marketing, music videos, websites, I can make a website in about 6 hours or something. Probably less than that, you know. But
right. Exactly.
That's what I say.
Exactly, everyone. So yeah, go hit up Johnny over there. We have another music video coming up from Jonny Domingo here in Saginaw Flair. But first, look out for next week's episode. Hold on a second. There we go. Look out for next week's episode. We have there we go. Author of 14 Days in Beijing series. So we have Chancellor K. Jackson coming onto the show. So look out for next week. It's live at 9 p.m. EST. And go grab some merch. What are you doing? Go grab some merch. You got hoodies, t-shirts, cell phone cases at oopscaughtmesmokingstore.com. And then you can also check me out over on The Real Boys every Monday and Friday live. Mondays are at 8 and Fridays are at 9 p.m. EST. And you can catch me Thursdays on Bet That with Dan and Jerian at 9 p.m. EST. That's Eastern time if people don't know. But awesome, sir. I'd like to thank you for coming on to the show. I think I'm trying to unmute you here. There we go. There you go. Thank you, sir, for coming on to the show. And again, go check out Saginaw Flair. Google him. That's all you got to do. Just Google this man. He's going to pop up.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Shout out to Oof Caught Me Smoking, man. I'm definitely going to grab some merch from you, bro.
Hell yeah, dude. Appreciate that. I appreciate the support. Hell yeah. Support local businesses. I love you guys.
Sir.
Stay up. Peace.
Peace.
Well, stop playing with these niggas.
Any bag that I touch getting ran through. But be careful with my dog, he might scam you. Posted at the strip club in the bathroom. Got it snorting up lines like a vacuum. They say they like my money, not my attitude. I might fuck her, have a ride full of fast moves. Word around town, I'm a bad dude. When it really comes to nothing, that's what cash do. 05 on the side if I take off. And I got it on me now, I don't make calls. So much round in the bitch, don't get picked off. I'm the type of dude that you don't wanna piss off. I shoot it till the jam for my brothers in the can. I'm just tryna stay alive till they come home. So much dirt up on my hands and I'm tryna wash it off. But my nephew friend turns something fake dope. Having thoughts in my head, I just bought a new bed, but I can't seem to find the time to lay down. Every day I hustle, it's a big day. All you heard was vroom vroom when I switch lanes. I just got your bitch a room to get her rent paid. If you catch my drift, y'all kinda canes. Having thoughts in my head, I just bought a new bed, but I can't seem to find the time to lay down. I might pick a bitch up, fly out of state. Drive back, got a stuffing on the E-way. Got her rolling with me high for a week straight. Waking up, pop a couple X each day. Looking out the window, she said it's a nice day. I just hit the button, set it in the right lane. A couple more trips and my life changed. Before I started rapping, had a nice change. I got a couple stories that you couldn't believe. They say you gotta want it bad as you wanna breathe. Before I did music, I was playing with keys. A doctor with the usual trying to cure a disease. One thing that I learned, I ain't seen it all. But I see my close friends start to die off.